Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. Had some guys wanting to see some Firebirds and Camaros, so we're going to bring you a few of them tonight. Starting off with this right here, this was a 1978 Trans Am originally. This was a gold car. Obviously not a ton left of it. It's been pretty well stripped down. One good thing about this body though is there's very minimal rust in it. We can take a peek in here. We can see the floor pans still pretty much all intact in this car. No front clip on it, but the subframe and everything is still there. And as we look down the side here, even the quarter panels, they got a little bit of rust starting to come through, but not terrible. Compared to what a lot of these cars have turned into over the years, this is definitely a fixable body. Even the rear tail panel, which is commonly completely rusted out on these cars, is in pretty decent shape. So even though this car is nowhere near complete, it's still a pretty decent body, and that's kind of what we see over on this side as well. Like I said, a lot of pieces have been stripped off of it, but this second gen stuff is getting so tough to find, and decent sheet metal is getting so tough to find. Definitely still some usable stuff here. Next one we got here, we've got a late 80s third gen car. This car I believe was also a Trans Am. Still has the factory alloy wheels on it. A couple of the windows have been broken out of it. It's a pretty rough old car, but other than the fact the glass is broken out, the car's pretty much complete. You know, the lights are there, the trim's there. The body's been damaged. When they broke the glass, they banged up the roof when they did all of that. Somebody has swapped the front clip out at some point in time. But once again, third gens are getting about as hard to find as second gen cars. So these cars that even though they're rough, a lot of good pieces there, definitely want to keep them around. Next one we've got here in the line is a fourth gen. This is a early to mid 90s car. This was a basic V6 Firebird. Motors, the block is still there, but everything's been stripped out of the engine compartment. One door's been banged up. And definitely not a complete car and just a V6 Firebird. However, there again, these cars are getting tough to find. There's still a ton of good pieces in this car, on this car and in it. As we come around this side, we'll take a peek inside of the car, and a lot of the stuff that is not on the car is in the car. It's filled full of loose parts. And once again, this stuff is not laying around everywhere like it used to be. So definitely want to put them in the road, definitely want to hold on to them, definitely want to keep them around for guys that are going to need these pieces. Next one we got here in this row is another third gen. This is an 87 Firebird. This is also just a V6 car. However, it is a complete intact car. And once again, in 1987, that car's 34 years old. It's crazy to think about. And it's been sitting for a long time, and it's been banged up a little bit, but it's still got the factory wheels, it's got T-tops, everything is still intact on this car, where there's a ton of good pieces there. Or, you know, if somebody wanted to build one, it's still a good body, and you can always replace the V6, as the car is pretty much intact. So, once again, finding a complete third gen, getting hard to do anymore. So, we definitely want to keep them, we get them in the row, we keep them around. There's always going to be something somebody needs. Last one we've got for you tonight, we're going to back up to the second gen again. We did a video on this car several months ago when it first came in. I got it moved up here to some of the F-body stuff. 1977 Camaro. This car is pretty decent. There's no motor or tranny in it. I've got the title work in process on this body. Good roller, minimal rust, and definitely a savable car. Will make somebody a great little hot rod project. Interior's pretty much gutted out, but there again, we can see the floor pans look good in it. And not a ton of rust. We take a look around the quarter panels, and we got a few little bubbles coming through, but it's minimal. It's not bad. You know, and there again, this car's 44 years old, so a good body's really getting tough to find. We come around the back, we've still got the spoiler, the bumper, the taillights. You know, all that stuff is still here with this car. So definitely something to work with, or like I said, a lot of good sheet metal that is getting really hard to find. Somebody was going to make a race car out of this. They apparently were going to put a hood scoop on it at some point because they cut a hole in the hood. So obviously if you want to go back with a stock restoration, you would need a different hood. But still overall, not a terrible old car by any means, especially for as hard as these are getting to find. So anyway, like I said, I've had some of you guys want to see some Firebirds and Camaros, so we'll start working through some of the F-body stuff as well. Probably have 40 or 50 Firebirds and Camaros in stock right now. So I've got a lot of them. I personally love them. I've got a lot of them in my personal collection as well. So I'm a big fan of them, always have been. Hope you guys enjoyed them as well. So if you're on Facebook, please share the video with your friends, invite them to come over, give the page a like so they can hang out with us, keep up with the new videos and see what we've got going on. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel, check out all my other videos. It's all old cars, trucks, automobilia. That's about all we do here. We've got a pretty wide selection here. We've got about 1,400 cars and trucks on the ground right now. All old stuff. That's what we do because that's what we love. So if there's anything you need, if you've got any specific questions about vehicles or parts, the only way to have that conversation is to give me a call. 620-786-4428. That number's on the page. Give me a call. Let me know either what you're looking for a project, or if you've got a project, I need all your information about your project: year, make, model, body style, direction you're going with your build, all that stuff. So I know, once I have that, then I can tell you whether I may or may not have something here that can help you with your project. So as always, thanks for watching. These videos are a lot of fun to do, and if you guys weren't taking a few minutes out of your evening to hang out with me, they'd be kind of pointless. So I really appreciate that. You are the guys, you are the people that make this happen, and I thank you for coming by and hanging out with me. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you like the Firebirds tonight. Stay tuned, lots more cool stuff coming, and we'll see you soon on the next video.